As I've just been saying to my husband over and over, oh my goodness, but I've had a few too many wines to drink. Well, I haven't had as many as I haven't had my allowance, let's put it that way. But I've just come across this really old video of mine, which I'm going to lead you to, and it's amazing. It all brings my wake me up when September dream ends. Everything is about to happen, and this is talking about the 7-year tribulations, which started on at the time of the 2017 Virgin in Heaven sign, which I'm sure you'll all remember. My dream from my birthday 2011 occurred. It's all been such a long time, but 2017 and 23rd of September, it's over. The 7-year tribulations is over, and here it is, prophesied back then when I made this video. And my rooster is giving witness.
Naming people on some of my videos. So I was relieved this morning when in my prayer room I opened up to, excuse my roosters, to Leviticus. Well, my Bible was actually opened at that page, which I thought was quite interesting considering I had been reading the same things that it speaks of there in this Mystery of Mazzaroth by Tim Warner, in which I found a really interesting bit of information that I wanted to pass on, and which became really sort of significant last night. As I just know, TVNZ is just pulling out all the stops and signalling everybody. So last night I was, I noticed a program on the news, a story about a woman in Australia whose house had been...
Okay, don't need to go into all that. You can look at the video.
Star system. And I've done videos about the Masonic fingerprints, that our city centre is based on the same layout as Washington DC and Rome. So I have long believed that it's a sister city where the Masons and the elites do their they have mirror. They can't do certain things in these more obvious temples that they have, so they will do the more
esoteric or
obvious bit
yeah,
in a mirror temple somewhere on the other side of the planet, and they use the ley lines and all that. I can't pretend to sort of know all about this, and I haven't got time to look into it. So basically I just put out what the Lord leads me to in my childlike way, because that is how He says that we have to come to Him. So I'll just talk a little bit about this here, because it seems like, as I have believed for a long time, that not only are the elites being signalled to come here, but that is well known, that...
Okay, so I'll leave this for you just to find out. Just wanted to make this really quick. I just...
a very significant time.
I just am amazed. My wake me up when September ends. Everything that Trump is doing now, the fake assassination, everything that he's revealing, that this is the time of the big wake-up call. I'll leave the link for here so you can see and understand that God is in His heavens. He's looking after us, and everything's going to be okay, and you just have to believe. And I'm just amazed, blown away, and thank you, Lord. Last night I dreamt of... I'll just show you. This is my old camera that I had all these years ago. And any of you that have been with me all that time know I've been taken down 3 times. I've got up to 700 and once to 800 subscribers 3 times. And each time I do, they take me down. And all my thousands of videos just get taken down. But last night I dreamt that this little baby was restored, that it had just restored itself, and on it was the scene of my Sasha, and my little Sasha baby, my beautiful Sasha cat. And Sasha, means defender of men, and that's all I could see on my screen. And that's what I totally believe and know, that old Trumpy is. He's the king, a king unwelcome to the inhabitants of the earth, succeeds to the throne. Second address 5:6, and onwards it also then shows what he does, taxing the sins of the last four presidents, those I think since, was it FDR, since the war, since the cabal's been in charge, America has not been what America was designed to be, that it was designed to be the salvation of the world. And hopefully I might just finish with a dream that I've had that's been bugging me for quite a while, and today I realised what it meant. I've been very surprised. I went to a Quaker boarding school. It was the happiest year of my life. And there I met the Quakers, and what beautiful people they were. But since then, I have seen that they have become totally leftist, totally woke, and, it's just heartbreaking to see. But even so, I couldn't understand a dream that I had, a year or so ago, where I saw a fire. Somebody said, that there were that it was upstairs, and somebody said, "Oh, isn't that where the Quakers used to meet?" And it was in an Art Nouveau. I hope you know that Art Nouveau, sort of a room in there that they used to meet. And I said, yes, that is where they meet. Beside that was an old, like a beautiful old jeweler's shop, and in the Edwardian style. And I haven't been, and I hadn't. And they were saying how great I was, whatever, knowing how great it was that the fire hadn't gone through to that jeweller's shop. And I hadn't been able to figure out what that was, what it meant. I could see the style of the Art Nouveau in the Quakers' meeting room, and I just thought, what does it mean? And today it just came to me through what I learned, through learning about King Charles II, what he did, how the names of like Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, they're all named after the Quakers. And I've been really shocked to, for somebody who was so influenced by the Quakers, to know all you Americans who really haven't got a clue about the influence of the Quakers in your country, and what that meant. And today I realise it was just because I was just stuck on the Art Nouveau Quakers, where in fact that whole movement that caused the Protestants and the Quakers, but especially in America, the Quakers, to come to America and found America, was back in the Edwardian times. And that was only the new ones, which has, been burnt down, that they really, are not up to much, whereas the old ones, they're the jeweler's shop. And that was, if that had gone, that would have been absolutely tragic. So I hope you understand where that was coming from. Dreams are incredible, and it just shows that there's no way, a dummy like me could figure out all this stuff when it takes so long for God to actually show it to me years after I have the dream, and I still can't understand it. But now, finally, I understand it, and it's because my knowledge of history wasn't good enough, that I wasn't understanding that it was actually those like King Charles II who were part of the original Illuminati, who were set up to fight the tyranny of Rome. And that is what is happening now. The Rome, that the bloody, sorry for swearing, but the bloody, people have been given all these platforms like Candace Owens, Russell Brand, Steve Bannon, all the rest of them who have all just become Christians all of a sudden, and they're embracing Rome. Okay, they are what I have been talking about all these years ago. That's what Margaret MacDonald was talking about when she saw in 1820 or 30, this vision of America, believing they were Christians, believing that, and realised that was the big deception, and it's right on you right now. Don't fall for it. Bye-bye.